This was once a peaceful residential complex in the northern city of Beit Lahia in Gaza. This is what's left of it after Israeli strikes targeted and reduced at least 2 buildings to rubble. Several Palestinians were crushed. Israel's siege of the north has blocked first response teams. So it's up to civilians, many untrained, to dig out survivors or their remains. Attacks also targeted residences in Al-Bureij refugee camp and its vicinities. Several people were injured in those attacks, mainly women and children.
We went to get some winter clothes from our house. The kids were cold. Next thing we know, a missile is flying down on us, out of nowhere, destroying the house over our heads. We and a lot of neighbors, mainly the children, sustained injuries. This is horrible.
The building directly next to us was struck. All the shrapnel came flying towards us. My siblings were all injured.
And with attacks intensifying, the humanitarian catastrophe only gets worse. Israel has officially adopted legislation that cuts ties with UNRWA, the UN aid agency in Gaza that caters to millions of Palestinians and Lebanese in need. It goes into effect in 90 days. Officials warn it will lead to the collapse of humanitarian work in Gaza.
The work of UNRWA is performing in the occupied Palestinian territory is essential, and that there is no alternative to UNRWA as we see it. This will have no effect on Israel's responsibility to provide for the population, and any failure to provide the necessary support to the population will be Israel's responsibility.
Washington is also concerned.
We oppose that legislation. We have serious concerns about the implications of it being fully implemented, as well as our concerns about the underlying humanitarian situation in Gaza even before Israel passed this legislation that relates to the inability of a sufficient number of trucks to get into Gaza and the inability of humanitarian workers for a variety of reasons to be able to deliver that aid to places inside Gaza, to the people that need it.
UNRWA provides assistance to all of Gaza's 2.3 million population. Their services range from supplying those in need with food to healthcare, education, and shelter. Banning its services would push human suffering in the enclave to a whole new level. Malik Fuda, TRT World.